Okay, y'all, welcome back. This is part 2 of my gastric sleeve experience with a slimmer me. Let's jump into it. So boom, this day 3. So they come pick you up from the hospital in the van. It's like a big, passenger van, church van type van. They come get you, and then they take us to the barium test, which is a leak test, where they have you drink this like glow in the dark drink, like you swallow it, and then like when they take the x-ray, like you can see it. So they took us there. When I got in that van, I was down bad, y'all. Shout out to my surgery sister, because she gave me her little spit tub, like the little throw up tub thing they have in the hospitals. They wouldn't let me take it. I was like, I need this. And she was like, oh, they have them at the recovery house. They let her take hers. So I was, I needed it bad. I had asked the driver, I'm like, you got napkins? Now, he was driving really slow, like over the bumps and stuff. But y'all, it was bad. The gas and the nausea was so bad. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Like it was so bad. I've never felt like that in my life. And so he was going real slow over it, but it was like I was getting motion sickness. Like it wasn't working. So she gave me her thing, and I just started spitting in it. So we get inside the place. I sit down. They finally call my name. He give me this cup, y'all. Like, it's like a church size cup, like them big jumbo mouthwash disposable cups. And he give us this cup in the x-ray room. And he said he don't know a lot of English. He like drinking in 2 swallows. 2 shots. He said 2 shots, 2 shots. I'm like, it's like this much fluid in the cup. I'm like, it's no way I could drink 2 shots of this. Like, impossible. Like, it's no way you think I'm gonna drink 2 shots of this. So he like, drinking the 2 shots. I said, He said, yes. I said, He said 2 swallows, and he walked out. So this other thing, in Mexico, they don't even put the little iron vest on you to take the x-ray. They just have you stand in front of the x-ray machine. Like, I thought they know people be down for that. I guess they figure like, oh, you don't get x-rays all the time, so it ain't gonna kill you. But still, like, y'all don't got the lead vest. I was asking him for the vest. He was like, no. So I was drinking it. I tried to do it in 1 gulp, like half of it. Y'all, I couldn't do it. It was like, the taste wasn't so bad. It was just like clear. It just tasted like a clear, maybe a cherry tropical flavor. Something like maybe it had the consistency of cough syrup, but it was clear. So I drunk it, and then I was standing straight, and he was like, turn sideways. And so he was like, okay, number 2, shot 2, shot 2. And he walked out to go take the second picture. And he was like, that didn't work. And so I still had the cup like this in my hand. The thing is on your body, like down this part. So I still had the cup like this. And he was like, you didn't drink it all? And I said, no. He was like, you have to drink it. And I said, And I just had to take my time. But it was no way I was going to be able to drink that. Y'all, I drank it. When it sat back down, finished my x-ray. So I leave. We gotta wait for everybody else to get their medicines, get their x-rays taken. So I started feeling real sick. So I'm walking around trying to get the gas out. I'm walking in the people lobby. I'm walking in the parking lot. I'm just walking, trying to get the gas out. Boom. I start getting nauseous again. We get in the van, start with the spitting. The spitting, it's called foamies. They call it foamies. I'm just spitting. It was real bad. And it was like a 15-minute ride back to the recovery house where we was going. We get there. They tell me what room I'm in. Y'all, I didn't even grab my suitcase. I swear. Somebody brought my suitcase in my room because I was so sick feeling. So now that I think about it, it had to be that stuff. It had to be that barium juice from that glow in the dark thing. So I get in my recovery room, and I want to take a shower so bad at this point, and I just didn't have the capacity to do it. I just felt that sick. I felt so nauseous, y'all. I started dry heaving. My stomach was like this. Like, that's what it felt like my stomach was doing, y'all. Like, it felt like my stomach was going like this. Somebody was just squeezing it and letting go. Like how the you know how the blood pressure thing feel? That's what my stomach felt like. Just dry heaving. Nothing's coming up but clear. Just clear spit or nothing. And when I dry heave, it be for a little minute. It was not no little quick, just a little 10 seconds like this. It was like 30 long seconds. It was so bad that I was just banging on the wall Cause I couldn't breathe. It was coming out my nose, my mouth, my eyes was watering. Like it was just spit coming out. A little bit of yellow started coming out, but it was just clear. And now I'm thinking about it, it was that stuff that he wanted me to drink. So I'm dry heaving, and the nurse, she like, please sit. She like, sit. And I'm like, I can't sit. If I feel nauseous, I can't sit down. I need to stand up. So she like, sit. Bring you medicine. I'm like, I can't. So she had me sit. They put the IV on me. Started dry heaving again. I got up and I went in the living room part where she was at. And I'm like, please. I'm telling them, like, help me. And she was like, it's, she said, it's part of the process. That's what she said. She's like, it's part of the process. She said I was just going to be sick because of the stuff that I had. She was like, but I'm going to give you some anti-nausea. Y'all, I went back in that room. I dry heaved probably like 3 or 4 more times. I was finally able to go to sleep. It was hard for me to go to sleep. And I was cold. I had them turn the heat on in my room. And they was like, you can watch Netflix. Baby, I wasn't trying to watch nothing but the back of my eyelids. I laid down. Well, I was about to lay down. And then Rodamich, my friend, texted me that she was still at the hotel. She was like, just letting you know I'm still here. They have to come to get me. So I came out of my room. I'm like, what time are you going to go get my friend? To the driver. And he's like, oh, I'm finna go get her right now. I think he forgot because nobody else I was with had a companion. So he was like, I'm finna go get her right now. So he did. He went and got her. She was there within 15 minutes. Like, before I got back in the bed all the way, she was there. And I can't remember if I took a shower right then or after Rodamich got there. I think I took a shower after Rodamich got there. So she got there. I told her how I was feeling. I said, I'm feeling so sick. I laid in the bed, went to sleep, y'all. KO. That was in the morning. This was like 11 in the morning by this time. Because it was like 9 when we went to the barium test, to the leak test. So it's like 11 in the morning, 11:30. Boom. I get back in the bed. I lay down. Rodamich is there, and I don't know, she found stuff to do or whatever to occupy herself. I really don't know. Wasn't trying to find out what's going on, none of that. So she found stuff to do to occupy herself or whatever. I got up around 4 p.m. and that was there. I want to say it was Annette. I don't think it was Lisette. I think it was Annette. So Annette and Lisette are the owners of the company. So Annette was there. Rodamich came in my room and was like, Annette's here and she wants to meet you. And so she had just got back from Vegas. And I didn't want to meet her because like she the one I've been talking to since I had a coordinator named Raquel, but she, I don't know, quit, left, whatever. So it was Annette who took over. So she was like, oh, you know, she wanted to meet me. We were just talking about the company, and I was telling her about my experience and stuff. I had a perfect time. I didn't have no problem. Besides the thing, the drain getting stuck in me, but I was just telling her about it. And since my friend had already been there in 2021 December and had surgery with them, she was also sharing her experience and things that they was just, you know, asking us about like pros and cons, constructive criticism, just things like that. So yeah, we were sharing all that information with them. We had a good conversation with her. I also made a video with her. She was really cool. And we talked about the other parts that they have of the business with the dental and with the plastic surgery. So we talked about that. Boom. I think I took a shower after Annette left. Because, yeah, I really can't remember, y'all. Yes, I took a shower after she left. And it was like no steaming shower in only 5 minutes. So I took a shower. Rodamich helped me. I couldn't really bend over that much. That's the main part I need help with. But as far as like bathing and stuff, I was ambulatory. Like I didn't have no problem bathing, wiping myself. None of that was a problem. I did shower with Hibiclens on my wounds, and then I asked him to change my wounds when I left too. I asked him to change it every time I showered. I showered 3 times when I was there. So boom. The next day, so I watched Netflix, went to sleep. Oh, they had all the Jell-O you want to drink. They had all the Jell-O and Gatorade that you want, and I just kept drinking that Gatorade, y'all. That orange Gatorade, whew, that Mexico Gatorade. Mexico Gatorade is so good. It's way better than United States Gatorade. United States Gatorade is my favorite yellow one, but that Mexico Gatorade, fire. I drank at least 5 cups of Mexico Gatorade that night. And I was surprised at myself because people be like, oh, you can't swallow none. I can't keep none down. And I was like, I'm just drinking this Gatorade. Like, I was drinking it. I was glad to be able to have something because I was so thirsty. So then I ended up taking another shower, I think at like 1 in the morning. I don't know why. So then that was Sunday. So Monday morning I asked them what time should I be ready, and they told me to get up at 6. So I got up at 6:30, showered and stuff. We was ready to go by like 9. And yeah, so we left. They came and got us in the van. We had to stop at the hotel, pick somebody else up. Shout out to Tree. That's my girl. We had to pick her Tree. She was at the hotel. And we went to the airport. Again, it was a 30-minute ride. The driver was so nice. He stopped. He got Roddy Mitch some food. She wanted some tacos. And it looked so good. It looked so good, y'all. She wanted some tacos, so he got us some tacos from off the side of the road. One thing about Mexicans gonna get that money. Okay? I said, oh, I love entrepreneurship. I love entrepreneurship. Every block, every half block, people out there selling something. Food, clothes, jerseys, t-shirts, tacos, Jamaica. They just selling whatever. They Mexico, they be selling stuff. So he stopped and got her some tacos because she was going to get some from another place. He was like, no, this is the place right here. And he paid for them. We was like, oh, that's so sweet. And she said the tacos was really good. So he drove us across the border. There was he had a medical pass. Y'all, that line was so long. He was like, if you have to sit in this line, it's like 3 hours. You got to have a full gas tank before you can go back to United States from Mexico, because you will sit in that line for hours. So we did have a medical pass, which it was like a little weird. I thought it was going to be like get us straight through, but it just lets you cut the whole line. So you ride in your own lane that's like barricaded off from everybody else with them big cement barricades, and you just ride all the way to the end. And when you get about a half a mile, quarter mile, probably a half a mile from the front entry gate at San Ysidro, when you get right there, that's when he get to merge back in with everybody else. We got to the thing that he asked for everybody passports already before we even got in the van. The driver had everybody passports. So when we got to the window, he handed her the passports. She came to, because it's like a passenger van, so on the left side only the driver door open. Everybody else, you got to come to the right side. So she came to the right side and she asked for everybody's name, and she was verifying that our name. You know, she looked at each person's passport and she was like, did y'all bring anything back with y'all? And we was like, I said, girl, we left our stomach over there. We ain't bring nothing back. So everybody was laughing or whatever, and then we just went through. He took us to the airport. We get to the airport, had my wheelchair service. Yeah. You know what this is. This that young jock is going down. You need to have that wheelchair service, because if not, I was going to be going down. I was going to be down bad without that wheelchair. That wheelchair saved me. I did fly Delta. I did have to wait for a little minute for the wheelchair, but whatever. Waited. They took us through. The wheelchair people in San Diego was so nice. They was so nice. They moved me when our gate moved. They came over there. This lady was like, your gate is now over here. They moved us across the way. We also did try to see if we can get on an earlier flight to come back quicker, but they didn't have one. But the lady did put us on standby. She did call her name, but she said all of the seats that was open was middle seats, and I'm already big, and I can't be on a middle seat for a 5-hour flight from San Diego to Atlanta. Like, I couldn't do it. Even though that flight would have been good because I would have been home hours earlier, no, couldn't do it. So we ended up getting on our regular flight. I walked some more in the airport a little bit, used the restroom, and that was it. On the plane, I couldn't really sleep that much, and I was getting antsy. I was ready to get off because I was just so uncomfortable with the gas. At this point, gas was not passing in the booty like flatulence. It was coming out the mouth like burp. So I was kind of, you know, when it's a burp, it's like a little baby burp. It's like a little, it ain't no real big grown man burp like you be feeling. So it was a little uncomfortable or whatever. The flight wasn't bad. Landed. And yeah, I came home. And yeah, the first night, it was really tough. But I got through it, and now here we are. We're a week post-op. So that was pretty much my experience. I did definitely think the things that made my experience really good was the research that I did. You do need to research. You need to research where you're going. You need to research what it looks like. What are their rules? What are their procedures? Have your doctor had any deaths? All this kind of stuff. You need to research your doctor. I did a lot of research. I've been researching for years. I did a lot of extensive research. You know, I love to read and learn things. So I researched for a long time. My doctor is Dr. Freddie Lopez. They call him the Sleeve King. He's also a bariatric patient himself, which I felt like is something that you can relate to. Because it's like, being fat is like one of the things, like, nobody can tell you about, like, being fat. Like, it can't be like, oh yeah, I used to have 40 pounds on me. Like, you can't relate. It's not the same. Like, you talking from outside the club. So I like the fact that he was a, you know, bariatric patient himself. He was real cool. He had his bandana with his money on. Dr. Lopez, he was fly now. Don't play with him. He had on his Nikes. He had his jewelry, his big old diamond earrings. I was like, okay, don't play with him. He is not one of them. What else what I say make sure you do? Make sure you join like support groups or just get community groups. A lot of people, most people that I know are supportive. Nobody didn't really have too much negative to say. I mean, people will say what they're gonna say. They probably did say negative. Ain't nobody saying negative in my face, so I really don't care. But mostly everybody I know, they were supportive. I have a lot of friends who got the procedure, and of course my friend who went with me who also got the procedure there. So that was helpful, having people support me. And yeah, like I said, doing your research, that made the journey, you know, I knew what to expect. I wasn't like, oh, what's next? What's next? What are we doing? I was kind of like that the morning when we went to the leak test, because I thought the leak test was back at the hospital, but it was at a separate, like a little radiation center type oncology visiting place. I don't know what to call it. Imaging center. So I was a little confused. Other than that, y'all, those are the really things that's going to make or break your experience. The support and the research. Know what you're doing. Know what to expect, know where you're going, how to lay out, like, you know. So that's all. If y'all have any questions about a slimmer me or anything else about my experience y'all want me to go in detail about or talk about, like, just let me know. Like, I don't have a problem talking about it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. I'm also going to do a review of like my 1 week post-op, and I'm also going to talk about some other things I have to do. You know, we on the beginning. Like, this is a marathon. Like, I'm Nipsey in this. Yeah. Call me, don't call me Nipsey. Okay, but I'm like Nipsey in this. It's a marathon. You got to be for the long run. Like, baby, this is just the beginning, okay? So yeah, if you got any more questions, you want to ask me anything, leave a comment down below. I'm gonna answer it. If you got surgery with them or someone else, let me know how your experience was. Like, did you do stuff like me? Did you do stuff way different? Like, just let me know. And yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all next time.